It's another cold and frosty winter's morning this morning, and there's a lot of cloud about. It's pretty overcast. So what I thought I'd do today was come to Lowther Castle and take some photographs of the ruins and the extensive parkland that surrounds it. So, before we get started, how about a little bit of a history lesson? Lowther Castle is the ancestral home of the Lowther family, who have been in this area for over 700 years. According to some sources, the Lowther family are the largest landowners in the Lake District National Park, beating the National Trust and United Utilities into second and third place respectively. The castle took about 4 years to build, and it was completed in 1814 by William Lowther, the first Earl of Lonsdale. Now, he was a pretty influential guy back in the day, and his pals included the poets William Wordsworth and Robert Southey, and the painter J.W.M. Turner. Probably the most interesting of the Earls is the fifth Earl, Hugh Lowther. Now, old Hugh was a bit of a rascal. He rarely attended the House of Lords, and he squandered the family's entire fortune on his extravagant lifestyle and had to move out of the castle in 1935 when he could no longer afford to live there. In the years since Hugh Lowther left, the castle's been used for a number of different things. During the Second World War, it was the home of a tank regiment who was said to be developing a secret weapon here. It's also been used as a chicken farm and as a plantation for a matchbox company based in High Wycombe. Today, this once great house is in ruins, and all that's left is an outer shell. The Lowther family have spent the last few years trying to recover some of the castle's magnificent gardens, but as it's winter, there's not a great deal to see, so I'm going to focus on photographing the castle itself. My plan for today is to start by photographing this door behind me, which is the main entrance to the castle, and then to start working away, taking more and more of the castle in as I go, until I go beyond the outer wall and out into the parkland beyond. This second shot is all about symmetry, so I've tried to position my camera as central to the castle as I possibly can. I also want to avoid converging verticals where it looks like the castle is falling away from us. In order to do that, what I've done is I've extended the central column of my tripod as high as it will go, so that I can try and keep the back of my camera as level as possible. But even then, I've had to tilt my camera back a little bit to get all of the castle in. And so I'm going to have to do a little bit of correction later in Lightroom. I've got a few images of the castle that I'm happy with, so I think it's time for me now to head off into the parkland. But before I go, I want to take one little selfie. The problem that I've got is that I'm not going to be able to take multiple exposures because I'll get ghosting where I've moved slightly. So what I'm going to have to do is expose for the sky and hope that the dynamic range of my Canon 6D is enough that I can get back enough detail in the foreground and in me without it being too noisy. I've walked down into the avenue of trees that leads away from the castle, and I'm now trying to take a shot back towards the castle with some of the trees on either side. The problem that I've got now is that the sun is rising behind the castle, and that's creating a very, very bright sky. So I'm having to bracket, and I'm having to go 3 stops either side, which I'll blend together in Lightroom, but I'm not really sure how well this is going to come out. I think the sky might look a bit fake. I thought today that I'd finish by coming down to the 17th century church in Lowther, St Michael's. And as you can see, we've got this mausoleum here, which is where the remains of the Lowther family are laid to rest. So I'm going to spend a few minutes wandering around here taking a few shots before I head home.
Give me your strength and show me your weakness. We're in this together now. We're in this together now. Give me your love and tell me your secrets. 'Cause we're in this together now. Yeah, we're in this together now. No, 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 no. I'll keep you safe, I'll give you my everything. Even if we're falling down, even if we're falling down, all of me is yours, every part of me. 'Cause we're in this together now. You and me together now. What's the point of living if we're scared to lose each other? What's the point of living without you? Tell me now and I'll stop fighting. Tell me now and I'll stop breathing. I don't want to be here without you. Without you. Without you. Without you. Without you. No, 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 no. I'll be your light, I'll keep you from darkness. Even when the sun don't shine, even when the sun don't shine. Give me your strength and show me your weakness. 'Cause we're in this together now. You and me together now.
Well, that's almost it for me for this week. I'm going to take a walk back up to that avenue of trees and have another crack at that shot looking back up towards the castle. I hope you've enjoyed this video and our little history lesson at the beginning. If you did, give it a thumbs up or maybe even leave me a comment. And I'll see you next time, and until then, you take it easy.
Fighting, tell me